I'm here with head varsity basketball coach, Coach Reeves. So the basketball season hasn't started yet, but I know preparation has. So what have y'all been doing for it?
Well, we've been working out for the past 3 weeks. We have had our scrimmage game against Milton, and we had a pretty successful scrimmage. We've just been really working hard. It started all back in the summer. We've been practicing ever since the summertime when it comes to going through summer workouts, and then we worked out and had a fall league during the fall, and then now we've been working really hard since October 20th, and we've been pushing ourselves every day and hopefully getting better every day.
Nice. What's something you're focusing on in practice?
We got to focus on getting a lot of guys like new time, or not new time, but kind of new guys time, I guess would be the better way to say that. We've got some new guys that are coming up to varsity and expecting to make a big difference in what we do, so we've really kind of been pushing them to try to get them up to speed and ready to go. We're kind of building around 2 major guys on offense, and we're trying to work some of our younger guys in on some of the, we need some more contributors, to be honest with you.
Man, with me being a basketball coach and shifting to the players like you mentioned, you've been putting a lot of stock into senior Scott Mormon. Is there anybody else you hope to uplift the team, the returners?
Well, Scott is a junior, but that's okay. But yeah, no, we like I said, Scott is a big part of what we're doing. He is kind of our facilitator when it comes to making our offense go, get into the basket, get to the free throw line. Tyler Griffin is another junior who is a huge contributor. He's scored 34 points in our scrimmage. He scored 34 points in our first game. Like, he is really, kind of stepping into that himself as like our offensive, not go-to, but definitely a piece where he makes a lot of shots. He gets to the basket, he creates for others. And so between him and Tyler, we kind of call them our terrible twos, since they're both number 2 and number 22, and they, they're going to be what we revolve around, and we're going to really focus on building up around them, and like I said, finding some pieces to make shots when somebody tries to take them away.
How has the new players been getting along with the returner players?
I mean, they've played together for a long time. Some of the, like Scott and Tyler played up on varsity last year, and so they didn't play as much with some of these guys that played JV, but they get along really well. They played together all summer. Like I said, we played 20 games in the summertime, and so they've played a lot of games together. But, like I said, the games in the summer are never the same as the game during the season, so you really want to make sure that they, find their role, because that's kind of the most important thing about being a basketball player, is kind of figuring out what your role is and excelling in that role. Okay,
and to just kind of end things on a good note, other than the wins and losses, what is something that you hope to gain from this new season?
I hope the guys, I always tell them I hope this is like the best time of their life when they look back on it. I really hope that they look back on their high school basketball experience and say, that was a great time. Man, I wish we could go back. Man, I wish we could play some more games. And not really have any regrets, kind of get them in that idea of this is the time that we should be kind of living our best life when it comes to like enjoying what our responsibilities are. And if their responsibilities can be basketball and being good students, I think we'll be okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Again, this has been staff writer Peyton Chandler talking with head varsity basketball coach Reeves. This has been staff writer Peyton Chandler talking with head varsity basketball coach, Coach Reeves. You can read more news at theprowlernews.org and follow us on social media at SMHS Prowler.